Good morning, Beaverton High School. I'm Hilary Therian.
And I'm Giselle Hilary. Today is Thursday, April 26, 2012, and it's a day one.
Do you have any set plans for after high school, Giselle?
I have no clue. How about you?
I'm in the same boat. This year's seniors are set, though, and here's Terry, Sierra, and Natalie with updates on the class of 2012's post-high school plans.
How do you personally search for colleges and scholarships?
I had what are they called? I don't know. I had a lady last year help me look for stuff, and then my counselor did it mostly for me.
Describe the process and how you apply for colleges or scholarships.
Well, how I went about it, I just had a vision of where I wanted to go right off the bat. Every year was different, but as soon as I zoned in on one college, I fought for it, and I got it. And I think the biggest thing you can do, I just kind of went for it as soon as I wanted to do it. So the sooner the better.
Yeah. Who helps you during these times?
Mostly, actually my parents kind of helped me a lot. I guess a lot of people say it differently, but my parents tried to find random websites with scholarships on it, and then I kind of searched for stuff that I was interested in, try to find scholarships, and then CCC was really helpful. They have a massive packet of stuff, so yeah, it was really helpful.
So how has applying for scholarships or colleges affected your high school life?
Makes it a little stressful. Makes it interesting at the same time, because you're also wondering what you're going to do later. And even if you don't know, it's still just intriguing to, I might do this, I might do that. So.
Alright. And then last question, do you have any advice for any underclassmen?
I would say get a job as soon as possible. I kind of got a job late, and just looking at like the cost for stuff, it's just going to be so much debt. And using that money that you get when you're working to not buy food, and getting money from your parents to buy food, or just meals at home, just doing the cheaper things while you can until you get to college. I'd say that's the thing to do.
How do you apply for colleges or scholarships? Like, describe the process you go through.
So when I was applying for colleges, I was looking for places that I was interested in, obviously, and I applied to schools online, and there was like questions you had to answer, or like you had to put about like what activities you were involved in. And when I was applying for scholarships, some of the scholarships I didn't even apply for. They just came with the schools that I applied for. And other outside scholarships were just like an application process where you have to put like what activities you're involved in, what your name is, what your GPA is, all that kind of general information.
Cool. Who helped you in these searches?
So a lot of the stuff I did by myself. My parents didn't really help me at all, and I haven't really gone to see my counselor. I've gone into the CCC just a couple times to ask them questions about different general scholarship applications, but I've done a lot of it on my own.
Cool. And then, how has searching for these colleges or scholarships affected your high school life?
For a while it was really stressful just because I didn't know where I wanted to go or what I wanted to do, but after a while I just kind of like weighed like my odds, not my odds, but like the positives and the negatives, and I just decided what I thought would be better for me.
And then last question, do you have any advice for any underclassmen?
Start applying for scholarships now, because you can always apply for scholarships. There's scholarships for juniors that are going to college, and be involved in a lot of activities, because they're looking for not just students with good grades, but people who are just well-rounded.
For scholarships, like, do you have somebody help you out, or just describe the process?
I just go to CCC and figure stuff out, and then just apply online or send it in mail.
Okay. Who helps you? Like, do teachers, parents, siblings?
CCC. People in CCC.
And then, how has applying for colleges or scholarships impacted your high school life?
Just make me keep my grades up.
And then, do you have any advice for the underclassmen?
Apply for as many colleges as possible.
All right, cool. And
Or
let's-
scholarships.
Thanks, guys.
Next year brings a lot of changes for Beaverton High School, with the loss of the IB program, fewer teachers, and huge budget cuts.
There's also someone new taking the place of Mr. Case. David and I sat down with Mrs. Ann Erwin to get to know a little bit more about next year's principal. Due to Mr. Case's interim principal position ending at the end of this year, his position is to be filled by North Eugene High School's principal, Ann Erwin.
After many interviews and careful consideration, the Beaverton School District chose Miss Erwin.
We sat down with our incoming principal and we learned a little bit more about her and her plan for Beaverton High School.
I am disheartened by the notion that the education I grew up in Eugene, went to Churchill High School, that the students who are in school now, who I get to work with, don't get some of the same opportunities I do. And so I'm disheartened by that, but energized by the notion that we've got to figure out how to do the best we can. People say that I remind them of Ellen DeGeneres. And I don't dance as well as she does, but I wouldn't mind interviewing people. I'd rather be on the other side of the camera than I am now. So. My ideal school looks, it's filled with students. Students come early, they're anxious to be there, they stay as long as they can. Classrooms are filled with energetic lessons, where students are at the center of that learning. Students are taking as many opportunities as they can to learn and taking advantage of all the extra opportunities that they have. And that they view school as a place they get to come to, not a place they have to come to. And it's a place filled with dedicated and committed staff who love being in school every day.
An alumni of the University of Oregon, this wife and mother of three says she loves teaching high school. In her spare time, she loves to run, cook, and be with her family.
She also stated how she liked the fact that she will be driving to school in 6 minutes instead of the 2.5-hour commute to Eugene.
For the full interview with Mrs. Erwin, keep watching BTV in the coming weeks and check us out on YouTube. Back to you in the studio.